Something on Cuba?
Yes, regarding the Cuban diplomat Fernandez de Cosio, he said just recently that the decision to lower the number or keep it permanent, the number of employees at the embassy in Havana, is really a political decision. How does the State Department view this, please?
Sure. I addressed that in a on-the-record comment not long after the Cubans said that. I wish that the Cuban government would remember why the United States and why Secretary Tillerson made that decision to go to order departure, and now our State Department employees are no longer able to bring their family members to Cuba because of the health concerns. So I'd like to remind Cuba the entire reason why we went to that, because we could not ensure the safety and health of U.S. diplomats who are working in Cuba. So that remains a concern of ours. We still have an investigation that's underway. So I hope Cuba would focus instead on helping us with the investigation and be less concerned about claiming this is political. This is entirely about the health and the safety and the well-being of Americans. Okay. Thanks. I don't have anything on Cuba for you today. I'm sorry. Miss. Yes. Miss, hi.
What's the status of the investigation into the alleged attacks on U.S. diplomats in Cuba?
Hi, welcome. This is your first time here, right?
It is.
Okay.
Thank you, Heather.
You're welcome back anytime you like. Cuba, last time that we had talked about it, and it's been a while since it's come up here in the briefing, just for an update on the investigation, the investigation is still ongoing. The State Department is involved in that, as are other government agencies and departments as well. It is still an ongoing investigation. The United States government is still not sure who or what is responsible for those health attacks on 24 of our embassy personnel who were based down at our embassy in Cuba. The investigation continues. It's not something that we're giving up on. The decision was made late last year to bring home some of our people. We are operating at a reduced staffing rate. We still are. It is considered an unaccompanied post. That means that we don't allow spouses down there, children down there. The reason being for these personnel changes, which went into effect last year, is that we can't necessarily ensure people's safety when we don't know what is responsible for attacking our people.
There's evidence now that there was brain damage. There's medical evidence of brain damage done on the U.S. Diplomats. Have any measures been taken to protect U.S. embassy employees around the world, not only in Cuba, but around the world?
I can tell you, if anyone feels, and we've been very public about this, if any of our colleagues around the world feel that there has been something suspicious that has taken place, if they're noticing some unusual symptoms, they have been encouraged, and we've made this clear, to contact the State Department and talk with our Med Department and talk with their supervisors and make us aware of this. We have provided medical services through different medical facilities in the United States on the mainland for our people who felt like they were affected. They are receiving treatment. They're meeting with doctors, undergoing various levels of testing. And at any point, if someone feels like they are experiencing some symptoms that are similar to the symptoms that others affected have experienced, they can then go in for testing. But beyond that, I'm not going to discuss the specifics of what our people went through.
Can you just tell me if that includes protection from a possible electromagnetic or radio wave?
I'm sorry, your question is?
Does that include protection from a possible electromagnetic or radio wave weapon of sorts?
When we don't know what or who is responsible for it, it is difficult to do anything, to take action to prevent an attack from something you don't know where it is coming from. So that's virtually impossible to do, and I hope people would understand that.
May I follow on that? When you don't know yet who or what may have happened, would that rule out reinstating Cuba on the terror list? Is that under consideration?
I have not asked our people that lately. This is not a topic we have.
Is that under consideration?
I'm not aware of that. I can look into that and see if I can get something for you on that. However, it is something that I may not be able to answer because some of these might be diplomatic concerns. Okay.